This is Chris, the Idaho Painter here on Paint Live TV. Today I got behind me a mobile spray booth we've been using to paint cabinets, redo furniture flipping and stuff. We've been using it quite a bit. You can tell by all the paint that's in it. I'm gonna give you some tips and tricks tearing this thing down. This is the Paint Line mobile spray booth. Can be used indoors inside of a house or in a garage. We've got it in the garage right here. It's worked fabulous. But I'm gonna give you some tips and tricks tearing it down so you can reuse it if you want, the liner, or you can just toss a liner and get another one. But I got a tip and a trick with the floor that I used on this thing. So if you want to see me tear this thing, how fast you can tear this thing down, stay tuned for this video. All right, here it is. This is our mobile spray booth from Paint Line, and it's a 8x8 square spray booth. It's a 5-sided booth that's plastic, and it's got plastic on the floor. I created my own floor that I put on top of the plastic that I always do with this mobile spray booth. But like this is a lot of plastic. I know some people are gonna be concerned about putting all this plastic into a landfill, but you can reuse this thing. If you're really careful, you can take this thing down and reuse this plastic liner. I've done it a few times. I think it's just easier just to tear it down, wad it up, throw it away, and buy a new one. You can buy them from Paint Life Supply Co., and they're very inexpensive. But I do got a floor on this that I made out of X board, and I reuse that floor. I don't throw the floor away. So I'm going to show you some tips and tricks tearing this thing down. I had my vent installed in the back, and we were routing it out a window. So I'm going to just begin taking this stuff off. I do have the floor right here. I always vacuum this floor because I reuse this floor. I think I've reused this floor maybe 5 or 6 times now. I'm going to show you just vacuuming it and taking this floor down. This is our magnetic device right here that houses our blower and vent. So just that face comes off magnetically. Other side's got wing nuts, 2 wing nuts. Just gonna pull this off real quick. Set this aside. Now, if you're working and you're going to save your floor, then you're not going to reuse your liner. If you're going to reuse your liner, then you wouldn't want to do the method that I do to take the floor out, because I just cut the plastic right here, fold it up so it has plastic still on the opposite side of the floor. So I'm going to vacuum my floor up because I'm going to reuse this thing. Now I do like just cutting out, reusing this floor just folds up, and it just makes setting up the spray booth a little bit faster, a little bit easier. In the export itself, when it's rolled up, it's kind of wants to keep its shape, and once it's flattened out, it stays flat. I store the floor flat, so I'm gonna cut the floor out right now and then begin pulling the rest of the booth apart. All right, I'm gonna begin removing the floor. And once again, the floor itself, if you're gonna reuse the booth, if you tape your floor down to the booth itself, then you're gonna have to cut it off. This floor was reused many times, so I just unfolded it, set it inside here, didn't have to tape it down. But if you tape it down to the plastic, you would have to cut it free from the plastic, and then once again the booth is not reusable. And I do always put down a paper floor just because of the overspray falling down on the ground. Paper has a tendency to absorb it and not have a wet overspray that you're stepping in. The plastic doesn't absorb the water, or whatever materials in the coating doesn't absorb it, dry it out fast, and you could end up be stepping in wet overspray. So if it's stuck down here, I'm gonna have to just take a knife and cut it. But my floor itself, it looks like it's the tape is not attached. You can see I just fold this up, and I carefully fold it. I'm going to lay down slowly because there's obviously dust on it, and I don't want to kick up a lot of dust. But you can see the plastic on the bottom of the floor from the previous booth right here. But there's my booth floor, and I actually just store this right here at my shop, and I reuse that floor. So when I get my booth set up, I just unfold that, lay it out, and I've got a new floor, and I don't have to go to the extent of rolling a floor out, taping it down. And once again, because when you're rolling it out, it wants to keep that rolled up shape. It takes a while for it to settle down and lay down. So now if you're going to be reusing your booth, you're going to have to start this step of tearing things down and be very careful. I'm not going to be so concerned because I'm not going to reuse this booth. I think it looks really cool, all the colors, but I'm not going to reuse it, but we'll take it down slowly and show you what it looks like. So we're just going to start off by removing our top supports. I'll show you the bag itself. Absolutely incredible. The bag stakes just fold up. I love the system, how you can just tear your booth down, put it up in this nicely branded orange bag. All the poles fit in the top. The rails from the bottom fit in the sides or underneath. A handy little tip, I've done this before, lost these magnets, they just slide on. Occasionally the glue doesn't stick, pulls them off, don't lose those magnets. This one just came on, stuck on top there. Just slide it back on. Probably be good to re-glue it. Now if I'm gonna reuse this thing, once again, I'm very careful sliding out my poles. On this booth, everything is color coded. Your white poles are your corners and sides. All your orange poles are your upper supports. So I'm just gonna pull this out, be very gentle pulling it out. See, just like that. Now, if I wasn't concerned about trying to reuse it, I'd just be yanking it out really fast. It's really nice when you actually start setting up one of these spray booths. They have dots on the plastic liner that tell you as you unfold it exactly where to put each sleeve of the liner. So lower connection point, it's telling you that. There's one of the dots right here that states right here, begin setup right here. So that's your right front lower corner and upper corner. So you start right there. So it makes first time users, it's easy to set up if you've never even set one up before. One thing you don't want to do is attempt to use one of these spray booths outside. I was using one and Paint Line even states it's not for exterior use, and I was using one outside, nice calm day, and a very slight breeze showed up. It just picked up the entire spray booth and blew the thing over, like wanted to take off like a kite. So there's my liner. If I was gonna reuse this thing, I'm gonna fold it all up tightly, some type of manner. I would wanna take it outside, shake it out, get any dust off of it. if I'm going to, once again, reuse it, but I'm not gonna reuse it. This thing was used for probably 6 or 7 jobs inside the garage this winter, so there it is. All right, now we've got our rails, bottom rails, and our corner pieces. Just gonna break these down. Very simple, easy to do. If you don't take the side supports out, it won't slip in your bag easily. The bottom rails just slide in the bag. I want to make sure this is the 2 pins for our vent system. Just want these to stay with the vent. You can buy the blower alone, or you can buy the job site spray booth alone, or you can buy it, you know, with the blower. You can buy the accessories, the liners. You can see that just hooks together magnetically. That stays with my blower. Zip up the bottom portion right here. Just like that, mobile spray booth is all set up in its canvas carry bag, ready to go. I think this I think it's probably supposed to go this way. Less stress on the wraps. Just like that. I'm gonna vacuum up my floor. And our mobile spray booth is all taken down. Absolutely amazing mobile spray booth by Paint Line. It is available, the whole spray booth, the ventilation system, all the accessories that go along with it is available at Paint Life Supply Co. You gotta go check it out there. If you got any tips or tricks spraying indoors or creating your own mobile spray booth, let us know down in the comment section below. We love to hear your ideas and what you do to spray indoors, especially in the wintertime when you gotta spray indoors, and how you go about ventilating. Hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell. That way you get notified every time we come out with a new video. It's simple, free, and easy to do. And like we always say, we'll see you next time right here on Paint Life TV.